Welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and we are doing a special reading called What the Fuck is Going On? And I opened the records on the US government, and I want to get their intel and perspective and maybe provide us with some support and guidance of how we can take care of ourselves and like what we can do. So they will tell us whatever they feel they are allowed to tell us. And I'm going to do this a little bit like spontaneously, a little bit off the cuff. But in the what the fuck is going on, I decided that the topic, what we would open the records on, would be the US government specifically. So I said the opening prayer prior to hitting record, so I'm in the records of the US government now. And the like immediate word that came to mind when I opened it was rancid, rotten. Like an infestation that's like, they're like the purpose of like rotting to the core. It's like interesting. It's like, yeah, they're showing like a fruit rotting, like this healthy fruit. And they're flashing different fruits of like the US, which is interesting. I'm seeing like an apple and a peach. There is something about that, actually. They're like the divided on like both sides, on all sides, they're saying. There's this, in the division, there's this unified purpose of the intention behind what's going on is to rot it to the core. Rot it to the core. And they're giving the word numbness, like those who are inflicting this, they're saying powerful pain, they are banking on numbness, on our numbness. They're banking on us being apathetic. They are banking on us giving up hope. They're banking on us being helpless or thinking that we're helpless, affecting our mental health, making us tired and exhausted, angry, fighting each other. They just keep saying, banking on, banking on, banking on, banking on. It's like everything, they're like ruffle feathers, shakes out money. So there's something about this feedback loop of like, they're like reality, TV, reality shows, the media, in the world, nationwide. There is a feedback loop. There is a cycle that happens when they're saying our people every day are shaken to the core. Our feathers are shaken. We shake out money. They're like, we shell out money. Oh, they're saying emotional behavior. When we're freaking out, we lean on our addictions. Is it shopping? Is it eating? Is it buying property, they're even saying? Like buying up things? Is it, they're just like obsessively consuming like media and like the internet? They are banking on us having constantly shaken feathers. It's like the ruckus shakes our foundation so that we all feel unsafe and fearful. And all of the conditions that would trigger or inspire us to spend the money. Money is being spent. We are spending money when we are living in these spaces of fear. And they're saying not the stuff where it's like the well-being. They're like, almost like they're like those urges to like overspend, those urges to like consume so much. They're like, it's a no. But if you recognize, if you have the recognition of this intention, like the purpose behind it, oh my God, they're even like, duh, like let's cause havoc so all of the people stay on these social media platforms and make lots of money. If we get them like, they're like uprise, if we get them upset, they'll stay on their computers and they'll stay on the apps. And you know that the longer that you're on the apps, the more money that these people make. So they're like, let's think about these billionaires, right? They're like, they have these social media platforms and then they're like, oh, and so with Amazon, you are overspending. He makes money. They're making money off of your addiction. And so it's almost like they're like waving this flag. They're waving this flag. They're showing them as like a person waving this really, really big flag, and everybody's watching the flag. It's almost like a distraction. Look here, look here. Oh, and did you hear this person said that and that person said that? Oh, let's go and see, like, what did douchebag say on X today? What did douchebag number 2 say on X today? You know, oh my God, it's so fucking manipulative. It's so manipulative. But they're saying this is like the purpose and the intent behind this ruckus, this havoc, and this chaos. They are banking on it. A lot of money is being made ruffling our feathers. But what they're saying is invest in your peace, invest in your health, invest in your rest, right? So if you can, when you can, sleep more, rest more. They're like, take a day off, take a week away, take a weekend away. Like, do the things that recharge and refuel you, but also tune out the media. They're like, yes, the information to know is important, but man, it very intentionally behind all of it is just pure manipulation to make money. If we have this news story here, they're also saying not the accidents. This is something else. The planes, this is something else. They're saying not, this is not. They're like, let's not go into like conspiracy theory, things like this. The planes is something else. So they're like, put that aside. It's they're like juggling the chaos. Calling it, it's a circus. It's a circus. Okay, so I didn't even say anything. And they were just like, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Okay. So like, so much has happened. Like my anxiety is through the roof. And like everyone, we are fearing for our safety, our financial security, our privacy, our personal information, our health. Like we are fearing everything. Can you please give us 2 things? Why, what is going on with all that? Like, what is the overarching truth of what is going on? Or we have what their intentions are based on the initial opening message. But what's going on with like our security from this administration plus? And then the second question will be like, what can we do about it? Like, what can everyday people do about it? So what is going on? What the fuck is douchebag Musk? They're even having me mess up his name. Why? He's in the muck. He's making the muck, and he's in the muck. He's like living in the muck. There's something about like what he's doing, like, is his lifestyle. They're showing him like trudging through muck. But like, this is his way. He is someone who, they're calling the muck like sewage, basically. Like, he creates and causes a bunch of like shit and like walks through it. What does that mean? They're like his disposition. Like, these are his like personality traits. Like, he likes a living hell. And like trying to creative problem solve within it. That is so bizarre. He likes like destruction and creation, creating and destruction. Ugh. They just keep showing him walking through like sewage. And like he just like keeps trudging through it. Like he keeps trudging through it. But he also like created it. They're just like personality traits. Like this, there's a sickness. Like, this person is not well. I don't get that. Can you make that more clear and succinct? Like, what do we need to know about feeling threatened by Musk? They're saying it's elaborate theory. He has like a chaotic, like, thinking creative mind, and been given the power. He's basically just showing like how like disrespectful and dishonoring and disregarding of other people his behavior is. Like, this is, they're saying how he operates in his business, like from the top. So they're kind of saying like, in like the victimhood of like those everyday people who even like work for him, they're like, he's a mess. Like, this person is a mess with obviously too much money, but it's more than that. Like, it's almost like he doesn't even see that he has so much money. Like, almost like that's not, I don't know what that's like, almost like it feels outside of him, like almost like that's not even the point. Like, his like mental instability, his like personality traits are so like deeply ingrained into this like creation, destruction, like creating messes, creating destruction, creating problems, loving problems to solve them. And then he's like, I win. It's more about like the insecurities and like winning than like recognizing like, I'm a billionaire and I have too much and I don't need all this. It is really about the I win, almost like no matter what, like I'm on top. And so I'm getting like, he's loving this, like being like higher power, like higher regard than the president, like busting through the walls, busting through the doors, like doing whatever he wants, like really just like getting off on the power, because it's around this like childhood need to feel like I win. I win. That's pathetic. Oh my God. So fucking pathetic. All right. I mean, I'm scared about the treasury thing. So I'm like, what are they doing with the treasury? What are they doing? What are they doing? They're saying modeling, models, making models from it. Like seeing effective, non-effective. What's effective, what's non. They're like looking into it like, who decided this? There's a little bit of like, again, with this like destruction, but there's like reconstructing. But there is the awareness that this is highly sensitive and like there's a gentle way to do this, but because of his personality, like that doesn't resonate. It's not resonating because he's used to bulldozing. He's a bulldozer. This is not someone who respects or regards other people. They're like, by no means. This person is incredibly disrespectful. So what can we do? They're saying to be waiting. What can we do? Because we're obviously freaking out. It's a little bit of like, this is not our job to figure out, even though it affects us. And so they're saying these high levels of anxiety that we are experiencing is because we feel out of control. We have no control over this. All the systems that were in place that were supposed to be protecting us, the things that were behind the scenes that maybe we forgot about, we don't ever think about, suddenly they're at the forefront and we're thinking about them. We're concerned about them. What they're showing is this protection, this security, this wall, these walls that have been protecting our privacy and our personal information for so long. There have been things slipping under. There have been things slipping under those walls for years. And so they're not really like, they're like, yes, like this is worse. They're saying discourse, discord, discourse, dissociated. Something like this, because like this has always been something that you're not responsible for, that there are supposed to be these higher players that are responsible for, and there's only so much you can do. They're just saying like, it is an extreme test of our ability to manage our feelings of lack of control and the anxiety and the fear and the depression that comes with everything that we're witnessing. It's like they're saying you can't control it. You can't get a handle on this. And so there's a little bit of like investing in yourself and your well-being and doing what you need to do. They're saying natural, like easy, calm down, do the things every day to help yourself feel better. And there's a bit of waiting and observing, because I'm seeing this like huge sword coming in and like cutting something out. Like all this circus bullshit, this huge sword comes and it's blue. There's a thing of blue. So it seems like we will have some people in government who are able to, they're saying, level off some of the circus. But it's to be seen. They're saying like, this is all unfolding in real time. And you as people are all responsible for your actions. You have your own willpower. You do what you decide to do. Everyone makes their own decision. So they're saying there's so much kind of like happening all at once that they can't like dictate or predict necessarily what will, they're saying like how it will happen. What are the specifics? But they're saying it doesn't seem, it's like, it cuts, basically cuts through the bullshit. Something clears and cuts through the bullshit. And it's like, not all of it gets cut out, not all of it gets cleaned up, not all of it gets taken care of, basically. But it's anywhere from, they're saying like 70, 80, 90%. Like there still will be some like, what's this, like mites in the wall. I don't know what that's about. Because they were talking about the walls of our security, like being protected and things on a regular, and previous years, like regularly things slip through the cracks underneath. But there's something about some of this like infestation still hangs out and stays on the wall. So it's like, even if whatever they're doing, even if it gets cleared out, part of the intention or the purpose is to still have them like screening and scanning and seeing our privacy. So they're getting in there, they're doing something where they're getting in there with the intention and the purpose to stay observing and watching our private personal information. Oh, gross. They're kind of like almost like, flies on the wall, but they're like termites in the wall. Like they're setting something up where they may not have regular direct access, but they will have either like a technology or some system set up where they will still be able to like tap into our information as they please. That seems to be what they're doing. And they're saying it's a sickness. Like this is coming from a sickness from Elon Musk. They're like, he's a sickness. He is they're like the quintessential demented, delusional, unhealthy billionaire. He's like, they're like the worst of nightmares of someone who could have a lot of money, because he like gets off on destruction, because there's this idea that he can like save the day or make it right. So he'll like make a mess to fix it. He'll make a mess. He'll cause so many problems to then come out and like be the hero, because all he wants to do is like, I win. Ugh. All right, I don't want to be up in his shit anymore. Gross. Okay, so what can we do about it? They're saying invest in yourself, like investing in yourself, investing in your basic needs. Like they're like all the things that are hiking up in price, like make those things work for you. Or if there's things that you can cut out, do that. Like they're saying make your peace, PEACE. Make your peace, carve out your life, carve out your little space of peace by investing in yourself and your health and your well-being and the well-being of your families at this time, and really focus on that. And they're like, and get to the work. Like, what are you working on? What are you thinking about? What are your passions? What are your desires? And what are your dreams? They're like, stay focused on that. Keep going. Keep following the sun. Keep going to the horizon. Keep going forward, because they're saying citywide burns. Citywide burns. This destruction. His intention, and because he's getting all of this like they're calling it face recognition, he's getting all of this airtime in our lives. Who he is, like behind the scenes energetically, is having an impact on us. So like he is like creating this consciousness around like destruction and chaos. And it's like, it seems like it's with the intention that he's going to come save the day. But basically, this is impacting us, his energy, his energetic field is getting so much attention that whether you are aware of this or not, you're picking up on his signals. And he's got this obsession with destruction. And so you might be taking in, right? We absorb each other's energy, we take on each other's stuff, knowingly, unknowingly. And this is something where like we're absorbing these feelings of destruction. And for us, it might come in the form of self-destruction. So reaching for your addictions, right? Is it drugs and alcohol? Is it sex? Is it shopping? Is it eating? Like all the things. Is it binge watching TV? Is it, just obsessing over social media? And they're saying all of those things that you rely on, your coping mechanisms when you are stressed, in distress because of what you're witnessing in the world. I'm seeing money piling up. We are making them so much money being stressed. So they're like, stress less, give a fuck less. Not about helping each other, but they're saying don't let them own your time and your energy, and be mindful of how you're spending your money. Because they're like, if you're curious to like follow the money, when you spend in these moments of desperation and fear and anxiety and depression, go and see who's at the top of that business. Go and like dig into it. And they're like, some of them are really obvious, but they're showing stacks on stacks on stacks of money. Every insane thing that goes through your TV screen that triggers you to do something, even watching the screens, doom scrolling on Instagram, Zuckerberg's making money. X, Elon Musk is making money. Shopping on Amazon, Bezos is making money. They're like, these are like the three biggest culprits, but they're saying there's many more. There's many more. So they're like, stay focused on your health, stay focused on staying healthy, go for a long walk, go for a run, go on vacation, go to the beach, go to the mountains, go to the ocean, like just do everything you can to stay healthy and take a break from this chaos, because they're saying it's intentional. This is purposeful. They are banking on us. Every time they ruffle our feathers open up and our money pops out. They learned this. They just said from COVID. There's a whole nother story. We're not getting into that today. Let's see. I just want to see what the next 4 years are going to feel like. How about this? Because we're like, do we leave the country? Do we stay here and hide? Do we stay here and fight? They're saying like get an education, like continuing ed, like keep focusing on your passions, you're building your dreams, going for the goals, like all the things you want to do in your life, stick to them. Because even if, now they're back to like the citywide burns, even if it looks like the world is on fire and the city's on fire, everything's on fire, even if it looks like that, your dreams, they're like, have bigger dreams. Let bigger dreams than before. Make your dreams bigger than before. And do all you can to hang out with your friends, make new friends, hang out in your community, and get into like the momentum of like, we're going to build some new stuff together. We're going to create this type of organization. We're going to create this company. We're going to create this service for the community. Like there's all these, they're just like building organizations, building community, building new businesses. That's what we need to be focusing on. And they're like the fuck fest, they're like the fuckery, like all this, let all of that Channel it, let it be fuel to your fire. Don't let it burn you down. Don't let it burn you out. It's now important more than ever to have the healthiest lifestyle. And they're like health, wealth, health, wealth. This money stuff is going to, they're saying like, they said the death of time. Like the death of the times, people are really going to lose their minds about money. They're saying money impacted. We are going, and we have to keep the faith around our healthy lifestyle, our well-being, our mental and emotional care, physical care, spiritual care, community care, societal health, doing everything you can to lift each other up, to pick each other up, to support each other, to get together, to brainstorm, to just rest, to just hang out, to do nothing. They're like, come together. Come together as best you can. If you need your time to like be isolated and stuff, they're like, don't do that too much. And they're like nudging you. They're like, you know, sometimes when you do that, that's when our addictions really kick in, is when we're in solitude and we reach for all these things to fulfill us, right? To fill us up, to self-soothe. And they're like, the elbow is, don't forget who's making money when you do that. So isn't it like such a great idea to like make new friends or reunite with old friends, or, you know, just get together with the people that you love and like go on adventures and go play outside, get outside, do fun stuff, go away, go on vacation. They want us to get outside and breathe the air and feel the ground on our feet and touch the trees and touch the grass and, you know, get close to our pets, interact with animals, like all the things. They're like all the good stuff. Like really, that's the richness of the earth. They're like, that's the richness of the earth. This money impact, they're going back to it. This money impact is going to have some deep physiological, they're saying, effects on the population, on populations, on communities. And we cannot let these manipulative tactics, the threats of like billionaires taking all our money, and they're like, they might, like this might happen, they might try to do this, but do not let that make you think that we can't figure out how to get our basic needs met by helping each other. They're saying there's more than enough to go around. And don't forget that. Don't forget your neighbor. And they're like, love thy neighbor. Love thy neighbors. Band together. And it's like right now, take a real hard look around your community. And you need to recognize that they're like, shit happens. But when it does, do you know that some of your neighbors and the people in your community, your friends, your family have your back? Do you know that do you have people that you can lean on? Because if you don't, it's time to like, they're kind of like, get the fuck out now. It's time to go find a place where people care about each other and people take care of each other for your mental and emotional health. Because it's going to feel, the TV, what you're seeing is going to feel like such an attack on the mind. It's going to be an attack on the mind. Our mental and emotional well-being is, they're saying like, we don't want the deterioration of our societal health, our mental and emotional behaviors. Like it's happening, you see it, you hear it, you're not unaware of it, but it's also like the beginning of that. And so it's like, they're like, get offline, pull out from the obsession, the addiction, notice when you are what you're spending your money on, like they're like you're voting with your dollar. And like there's the things that you need and get what you need. But sometimes take a deeper look into who's profiting off of they're saying like the addictions that aren't like based on your basic health and well-being and your basic needs being met. They're like frivolous spending, like no frivolous spending. They're like not like that. There's like well-being could be that you buy something that brings you so much joy and you have it in your home or you wear it and it makes you feel so good. They're like all that, like, yes, do all of that, do all of the stuff that just do it for you, for your well-being. But the things that you know that can create deterioration in your well-being long-term, you want to stay clear of that, is what they're saying. Can we get a little snapshot of like, where's America going to be in 4 years? They said maybe not today. They're saying there's too much overwhelm. And because of the speed at which all this circus is taking place, that it is more unpredictable, they're saying, than usual. Like, it's hard to predict where you'll be at the end. But let me just see. Is there anything you can tell us? How are we going to get through these 4 years? Let's do that. And beyond, like, whatever. How are we going to get through this? They're showing us holding each other so tight. But also, we have confidence. And they're like, we got this together. It's like, I'm just seeing people holding each other so tight, like in this almost like a wall of people, and they're moving forward and nothing can stop them. They're like, these are your people. Like, we're about to meet these new people, reconnect with these old people. Like, if you're seeing people from your past kind of coming up for review, if they're people you want to stick around, there's a reason for it. If there's people coming around that you're like, nope, then there's a reason for that too. But we have these presentations, these crowds of people that might be like parading in front of us. And it's a good time to kind of like pick out like the best of you. The people who bring out the best in you, the people who share, the best parts of you. Like, there's a reflection in like uplifting each other, lifting each other up. And again, there's this warning. If you do not see this around you, it is time to make a change, make a shift, make a move to a place where you can actually see that, because it is going to significantly impact your mental health. If you are in a place over these years where you don't have those people to hold on to, grab onto, and they're like, you can sort of barely like hide away if you're like more of like a lone wolf solo person, but you still want like one or two like hardcore ride or die people that you can either go visit, they can visit you, you can call them, they can call you. Like, you need your lifeline people. They're like, you've got this, you've got us, you've got the Akashic Records, you've got your spirit team, you've got your passed on loved ones, you've got all the people who love you, all the beings that love you in the unseen realms. You do. And so like, this is also a time of developing those parts of you, They're like the clairs, clairvoyance, clairsentience, like tapping into and developing your intuition, your ability to see and hear the unseen. and the very, very, very subtle. So it's a great time to get into your psychic development, your intuitive development, because you also have all of that help, and that feels really good. That's so uplifting all the time. So whether you have, 50 people you can call, one person, or none, you always have this. You always have the Akashic Records. You always have your spirit guides. And that is something that will get stronger. I'm getting all that intuitive development is going to be, we're going to be very passionate about that. All of this stuff, more and more and more. Because we're looking for clear insight. We're looking for clear guidance. We're looking for direction. We're looking up to the sky. We're looking to the stars. We're looking to God. We're looking to the higher powers that we, devote ourselves to. We're looking for help and support and guidance. And there's so much to be had, they're saying. There's so much that wants to give to you. There's so much for you to receive as far as support and love and guidance. And they're like, don't forget about that. And if you don't believe in it, or if you haven't believed in it, you'll start to. This is the beginning. You're going to start really believing in this and finding this of so much worth and so much value. Okay, let's see. U.S. government. I don't really know how much I really want to ask more about. What questions should I ask about it? Retribution? They're like, we'll get back. We'll get back. We'll get back to you. Retribution. I'm seeing like down the line, I don't know, I'm seeing people in like black and white striped, like prison clothing, black and white striped, but it's like older. It's like chain gang. Okay, why are you guys showing me that? Let me just ask directly. This is very confusing. Punishment? Mixed feelings around punishment? What are you guys showing me? I'm seeing people who might be imprisoned during this time. And then down the line, the people who imprisoned them are in prison with them. And like, they're like balance strike. So it doesn't feel like everyone, but there will be retribution. There will be punishment. And I'm just seeing like, almost as if like these guys, like at the end of their term, service, whatever, going to jail and being with all the people that they imprisoned. And it's kind of like, so it feels like there will be a balance at the end of it somehow. But they're like, we don't know. Like, so much of it is still unpredictable because it is unfolding in real time. They're saying all over the place. There's a lot of chaos, and they don't control what we do. They can shed light and guidance on the situation and give us a perspective to move forward, but they cannot control or decide what we do about the chaos, about the circus. So they're like, there are some energetic fields that they can pick up on to be like, it seems like this is happening, and it seems like that can work, and it seems like this is happening. So they're like, just to kind of focus on the right now. all they want you to do is focus on a healthy lifestyle and enjoy your dreams and focus on making do with what you have every time. Every time you win, every time you lose. They're just like, you're going to be smarter about your education. You're going to be smarter about your spending. We're going to be smarter. We're going to be very like practical and structured. And the key is watch out for your obsessions. Watch out for your addictive behavior, because that will be self-destruction. And the energy of self-destruction, the energy of implosion, any kind of giving up hope, depression, is coming off of Elon Musk's obsession with destruction, his bullish disregard, his way of being, his character traits. We are absorbing, trying not to absorb, but like getting a read on this person's energy field. And they're like sickness, this person's energetic sickness, which is destruction, but it's like masked by this genius, innovation, invention, creation. But sometimes they're saying this person will like start a fire to be the hero who invents something that forever puts it out or makes it like never happen again. Like there is just something so yuck about dude. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna close. That was really long reading. Okay. What's the most important message? What's the last thing we need to know? And then I'm gonna close. Keep going. Keep moving forward. They're like, keep doing everything that you love. Keep doing everything that you want to do. Like, almost like create, like make this be two separate worlds. There's like your everyday people life, your world, your dreams. Like keep at those goals. Keep celebrating your accomplishments and your achievements. And this shit show that's happening beside you and around you and all whatever, they're just like, you can make note of it, but do not let it spear through your world. And they're like, make your peace. Make your peace and keep going. Keep doing the dreams. Keep going for your dreams. Follow the sun, follow the horizon, hang on to your people, grab onto your people, connect with your higher guidance, learn all of this. And they're like, you'll be all right. Everything's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay? Okay. So that was a special reading. What the fuck is going on? Opening the Akashic Records on the US government. I hope you are feeling a little bit better. And yeah, good luck with everything. I'll be back, and thanks for watching.